What up, what up, what up? Hey, it's your boy E.T. I'm that guy that comes to your high school and tell you you can make it happen. Greatness is upon you, you better act like it. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. The reason why you don't give 120% every doggone time you get on the field, because you ain't got a why for what you do. With this business, it's your time. It's your product. It's your opportunity. You can do whatever you want, however you want to do it. Whatever it is I think I see becomes a verb to me.
You guys ready for Eric Thomas? Come on, man. I cannot hear you. Let's give it up for my boy, E.T.
Hey, you guys got to help me out on 3, because y'all know how I got to get started. So on 3, for those of you who don't have rhythm, just work with us, All right, it's 3, what's up? And it's your boy, E.T. 1, 2, 3. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, E.T. Let's get it. Woo! Hey, I'm excited. I want to say especially to my young people, impossible is nothing. All right, listen to me very closely. I want to just share with you guys quickly, young people, I just want to share with you quickly how I went from being a high school dropout, being homeless, living in abandoned buildings, to I don't know where I am right now personally, right? I'm not really sure where I am, but I just know I'm not homeless anymore. I just know I'm not a high school dropout anymore. Got a couple months and we'll finish up that PhD. Right, so I'm not 100% sure where I am. I'm enjoying the ride, all right? But I want to share with you guys how I went from being homeless, high school dropout, to being where I am now. And I want to say this to my young people, listen to me, impossible is nothing. So I want to talk to 2 groups, because there's one group in this room, like literally, guys, you're getting started. Like you're getting started, you know, and you got this dream, you had this idea, right? And you're like, hey, let me tell you guys something. I'm being honest with you. You can watch all my tapes. You never heard me say this before. There is no company right now that I'm working for that is treating me on the level that BK and Vemma is. This is a great, great company. I'm talking about first class and everything, all right? So listen to me very closely. If you have a dream, you got a goal, you got an idea, and you're using this system, let me tell you something, you're gonna be just fine. But then I want to talk to another group, that group that there's that glass ceiling, or you think you're doing something now, and I'm telling you, wait until 2014, right? And this is why I say that, because I know if you're still alive, you haven't seen your best yet. And I don't care what level you're on, I don't care how well you're doing, listen to me. If you are in this room and you are still alive, you have not seen your best yet. So I want to say to both groups, never settle, all right? So let's get started. I got to start with a story, though. I got to start with this story, all right? All right, they told me to push it real hard, so I'm going to push it, real hard. Next one. All right, so listen to me very closely, young people. All right, you got to get this. So I'm a little different, all right? I have 2 children, and my grandmother had 14 children, and 11 were girls, my mom, and then I had 10 aunts. All right, and so I'm used to a lot of women, right? So when I had, my first child, I was praying that it would be a girl. Like, I really didn't want a boy because of karma. I didn't want to reap what I sowed. So I was like, I don't want a boy, right? No male children, right? I don't want to have to deal with that. And so I wanted a girl, guys. And so the first one, my mom said that I got the big payback, and I had a son, all right? So I thought if I gave him a different name, it wouldn't be my character, but unfortunately, he acts just like his dad, right? And then I was blessed to have my princess, my little girl. And I'll never forget, young people, listen to me, this is crazy. I'll never forget, you've heard this story, this is one of my favorite stories. I think she was in the 5th grade or she was in the 6th grade, and I went to go pick up my little girl, and man, I drove up and she's crying. And when I talk about crying, guys, I'm not talking about the normal crying. I'm talking about, when you cry and it hurts so bad that tears are coming out, but there's no noise. It's kind of the, right? And I'm like, man, which little boy hit my girl, right? I'm taking my belt off in the car. I'm driving with one hand, belt off on the other hand, right? And I'm getting out, and I'm like, whichever little boy hit my daughter, I'm giving him a whipping. Right? And I get out of the car, and my girl's crying, and like, she's like, Daddy, I'm sorry. And I'm like, whoa, you sorry? What happened? Just tell me his name. She's, I said, okay, just point to him then. You don't have to say his name. Just point to the kid, and I got him. And my daughter finally stopped. She, I said, what's wrong, boo? What's wrong? She said, I got a B in math. I was like, sweetheart, I'm about to go to jail because you had a B in math, and BK is not going to be able to wire the money over to get me out. So please, I can't go to jail, sweetheart, right? So my daughter's crying. She said it's her first B. Young people, listen to me. It's her first B. She's devastated. She says, Daddy, I'm going to get the Patriot Award, but not the Ego Award. I don't want the Patriot Award. Everybody gets that. I want the Ego Award. She's devastated, guys. So I calm her down. I finally get her home. She's hurt. She's devastated, going through it. And my son walks through the door. They go to the same school district. He's a few years older. He kicks the door in like, wow, Dad, I got my report card. And I'm like, yes, yes. And he drops it on the table. Steps back. Behold. I'm like, yeah, yes, son, you're the oldest, you're an example to your sister. She just got all A's, 1B, I'm excited. He says, Dad, as I'm going toward the report card, he's like, Dad, don't do it. Before you open it, promise me something. I said, what? If it's good, can we go out to eat? I'm like, absolutely, where you want to go? Olive Garden, PF Chang. I'm like, yes. I open up his report card, it's all C's. He's like, yeah, I passed all my classes. Yeah. I'm like, no, he's from Venus, she's from Mars. Like, I can't believe this. Like, she's devastated, right? And then he had a C- in English, but he said, Dad, I got a C+ in gym. That balances all that out, 2.0. I'm still on the football team, Dad. Listen to me, young people, what I'm trying to tell you is, listen, I remember being born on the other side of the tracks. Yep, and I remember when I didn't succeed in life, when I wasn't successful, when I wasn't living the way I'm living right now. Listen to me very closely, young people. I wasn't always living like this, and I used to say it's because my mother got pregnant at 17 and had me at 18. It's because my father wasn't in my life. It's because I was born on the wrong side of 8 Mile. I was born in the working class, and that's why I'm not successful. I didn't get a good start, and my parents aren't a part of the country club, and I don't have a strong network, and that kept me where I was until one day, young people, I woke up and realized that if you want to be successful, it's your dream, and you got to own it, and you got to be responsible for it. Listen to me very carefully. I want to show you this picture because it's deep. A good friend of mine, he just had a baby, and his whole life, as a matter of fact, he normally travels with me, Carl Phillips, and, I've watched Carl go to a whole nother level. I was trying to tell Carl, sleep is for suckers, and I'm getting up at 3, and you need to get up about 3:30 or 4, and, you're a hard worker, but there's still more in you, and I couldn't get it out. Right? And then about 3 months ago, Carl had his first child, and I'm telling you, Carl has changed. And I said, Carl, what did it? How did you flip that switch? What happened? And he said, Eric, I can't explain it, but I was watching my child one day, and I realized as I was watching my baby that my baby needs me. He can't walk, and he can't eat on his own. And if he's going to survive at this particular stage in his life, he needs me for everything. And so I've got to grind, I've got to hustle, I've got to take advantage of this opportunity. And he pushed the button that was there, but he never pushed before because he didn't realize it was his dream and he has to raise it. Listen to me very closely. It's your dream and you have to raise it. You can't count on anybody else. You can't. Listen to me, you got to hear me, young people. I went from being homeless, a high school dropout, eating out of garbage cans, sleeping in abandoned buildings, to now traveling the world. Listen to me, young people, this is crazy. I literally have to say no because there are so many engagements that I get every single day. And what happened? The first thing that happened in my life, young people, was I took ownership of my dream and I realized the government can't help me to get it done. No, listen to me. I love this country. I love this country. I love the political process. But if you're waiting on the government, it might not happen. It might take a couple years before it happens. If you're waiting on your next door neighbor to make it happen for you, it may not happen. If you're waiting on your mother or your father, they may be so ancient in their thinking that they don't understand this opportunity that you have. And if you're waiting on them, it may never get done. But I'm telling you, I went to flying first class and living first class the day I woke up and said, it's my dream and I can have it if I want to. And so guys, you got to do me a huge favor. Number one, you have to take advantage of this opportunity of a lifetime. But watch this, I love it. You have to take advantage of an opportunity of a lifetime in the lifetime of the opportunity. Listen to me, young people, this thing is deep. I don't know if you know it, but I'll be honest with you. When I was 19, I wasn't in this type of facility. When I was 19 years old, 18 years old, 20 years old, I wasn't in Vegas around some phenomenal people like BK and those who work for Vemma. I didn't have this opportunity at 18. My mother worked for Ford, and my father, who my mother married and became my father, he worked at General Motors. Like, we didn't have a chance to make residual. I didn't even know what residual income was when I was that age. Right? And so listen to me very closely. So what? You are a part of a great organization. So what? So what? You're a part of one of the most fastest growing companies in America right now. So what? You're with a company that's changing people's lives. And I'm talking about a body, spirit. I'm talking about financially. They're changing marriages. They're changing lives. So what? You are a part of a great company. So what? You have this opportunity of a lifetime. It means absolutely nothing if you don't take advantage of it in the lifetime of this opportunity. Listen to me very closely, young people, and you have to hear me. You can't wait to say, you know what, I'm going to turn it on in 6 months. You know what, I'm going to take Verb serious, Vemma serious in another 12 months. There's some other things that I'm working on, and there's some other things that I'm doing. And, you know, Verb is not my number one priority. Vemma's not my number one priority. There's some other things that I'm doing, and I'm going to get to it. Listen to me. You cannot come back to this company 6 months later and get what you would have gotten had you put everything in a day. You can't come back 2014. You can't come back 2015. You have an opportunity of a lifetime, and you have to take advantage of it in the lifetime of the opportunity. All right, so that was too deep for you. I got it. That was in the back. They didn't get it in the back, so let me break it down for those of you who are in the back. The back, let me break it down for you. It's like milk. I don't know how many of you like cereal, but I love corn flakes. I love corn flakes. Now listen to me very closely. You got to catch this, young people. I love corn flakes, but my children love my 7-layer burrito. They love it, right? And so what I do, because I never know what I'm going to make it, I buy all the ingredients. I've got the meat in the freezer. I got everything lined up, the beans. I've got everything. I've got all the stuff lined up, right? And so I'll buy it, and I might make 2 weeks later, I might make it. 3 weeks, I might make it. But when I buy milk, look, listen to me, young people. I got a whole little system on how I buy milk, right? When I go in, I approach the refrigerator slowly and methodically. I'm very intentional. And I open it up, and I evaluate the date. April 10th. I'm like, that's good, but let me look in the back, right here in the back. And then I look in the back, April 13th. I like that, April 13th. But I continue to look, and I'm like, April 15th. I'm going to grab that one right there. And listen to me, when I buy milk, I don't buy milk to use a week later. When I buy milk, I buy it to use it within the 24-hour period in which I bought that milk. And I'm telling you right now, young people, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, but you have to take advantage of it in the lifetime of the opportunity. You cannot do it in 2014. You cannot do it in 2015. You cannot wait to 2016. You have to do it now. I realized something. Somebody said, okay, Eric, what's now, Eric? What's now? No opportunities wasted. Listen to me carefully, guys. Listen to me very carefully. You got to hear what I'm saying. This is important. Because what some of you do is when you wake up, there's a 24 hours in a day. 86,400 seconds. Somebody told me the other day, I said, I need you to take advantage of there are 86,400 opportunities in a day. And somebody tweeted me back and said, what do you mean there's 86,400 opportunities in a day? I said, because there are 86,400 seconds in a day, and if you maximize each and every one of them, you will live like you want to live, you will have what you want to have, and you'll be what you want to be. So listen to me very carefully, all right? Because in Vemma, listen to me. There are those of you, or what you're doing is if there are 10 opportunities in a day and you're taking advantage of 7 of them, you think you're doing something. Yep, you gotta hear me, you gotta hear me. I went to Michigan State University and they paid for me to go to school. Listen to me, the only requirement was to go to class and to get my master's degree. That was the only requirement. I had what was called a fellowship, young people, but what happened was I realized now, why do I say now? Because you only have 24 hours in a day, and you've heard me say this time and time again. The way you spend your 24 hours, it determines how you live. And so I did exactly what they told me to do. I went to every class. I did every single assignment. I showed up with energy and passion. I asked questions. I read every page. I wrote every page. I did exactly what they asked me to do. But I realized that there were some other opportunities. And so I'm sitting in class and I noticed that my teacher doesn't come on a regular basis. The professor doesn't come. And I'm like, wow, I want a job like that. This guy's getting paid and he's not even at work. Love it. So I started doing my homework, and I was like, how is it that this guy doesn't have to clock in, but he's still getting a paycheck? And somebody told me, Eric, not only is he getting a paycheck, this guy's at another university making another check. It's called lecturing. He's a lecturer. I was like, wow, he's not even that good. I got to do that. This guy's not good. He got 2 streams of income. And so I said, okay, well, how does he get to do it? Because my other professor, he doesn't get to travel like that. They said he's published. And I'm from Detroit. I'm sorry to tell you that when my friends are no longer on the block, it's not because they're published. So I didn't know what published was. It meant they were in trouble with the law. So I never heard, on the block, where's Pookie? Well, Pookie's published. Pookie won't be back for 3 months. He's published. He's on a speaking tour, lecturing. Never heard that before. Listen to me, young people, no opportunity wasted. And so I asked the question, well, what's published? And published meant that he wrote a book. And so while I'm sitting in class doing my assignment, No, you got to hear what I'm telling you. While I was sitting in class doing my assignment, I realized there's another opportunity. And a year and a half ago, I wrote a book, and out of my garage, we sold over 20,000 hard copies. That's $500,000. Listen to me, I'm not talking about my book. What I'm talking about is no opportunity wasted. And when I met BK to do one assignment, but while I was with BK, I realized, ooh, here's an opportunity. Like, can I be honest with you guys? Let me just be honest. I didn't have 5 BKs in my circle of influence. I didn't have 5 BKs, and I said, ooh, this is an opportunity. Sometimes in life, you'll meet people or certain circumstances and situations will happen. Listen to me, Vemma, listen to me, young people, and you realize that this is not about a paycheck. This is about a possible opportunity of a lifetime. And if I connect with this individual, and not because of money, BK may tell you the story later, but it's not because of money, but because of who he is as a person and what I could do for him, and in turn, what he could do for me. And so do me a huge favor, guys. Do me a huge favor. There are more opportunities in the day that some of you are taking advantage of, and you think you're doing something. Listen to me, when I got my GED, that was enough. My father, can I tell you a secret? My father is 63. He's still trying to get his GED. I want you to hear what I'm saying. My father is 63, 64. He's still trying to get his GED. So when I got my GED, I broke the cycle. And then when I got my 4-year degree, it took me 12 years, but I had already broke the cycle. I had done enough. My family was already proud. And then I went for the master's degree. Why? Because they were going to pay for it. And I figured if I was going to fail, I was going to fail on their dime, so it was okay. And then when I finished my master's degree, somebody said, Eric, you're at the university. You should just go and get your PhD. And I am a dissertation away right now from the PhD. Why? Say it with me. No opportunity wasted. Again, no opportunity wasted. And so we came out with a book. 2 months from now, our next book will be released. The audio book will be out in about 2 months. Come on, you got to hear me. The children's book will be out in the fall. No, I could have stopped with the 4-year degree and said, I outdid my father. I outdid my mother who couldn't go to college because she had me at 18 years old. But listen to me, what I need you to do, young people, is I need you to work hard and not at 7 opportunities. If there are 8, I need you to capture, I need you to seize every last one. If there are 12, get all 12. If there are 15, get all 15. When you die, die on E. Leave no dream left behind, guys. Leave no opportunity left behind. When you leave this earth, accomplish every single thing you can accomplish. And my last accomplishment before I leave this earth will be the first high school dropout with a Nobel Peace Prize. No opportunity wasted, guys. All right, I got a timer. All right, so the optimist, pessimist, and the realist, while you guys were busy arguing about the glass of water, I drank it, right? No opportunity wasted, guys. No opportunity wasted. When? All right, this is important. This is important. What's important now? This is important. I picked this up from Harbaugh, who is the head coach of the Ravens. Can I go back? I gotta say thank you to BK. Because BK I love it. BK, he just does everything first class, right? And then I want to apologize. I got to apologize to BK too, because my wife was flying. I want everything to be perfect. So I called the airline to make sure she had the right seat. And to my amazement, I waited for 30 minutes before I finally got somebody. And I was embarrassed because when somebody finally answered the phone and we went over her record, she already had the premier seat already. I was embarrassed. I forgot I was dealing with BK. I just wanted to make sure she had everything right, and I called, and they said, you don't have to pay for that. That's already taken care of. I'm like, duh. Right? So I love it. So BK, he has the limousine waiting, and he has it waiting not up front, but he has it waiting in the limousine area. So I get off the plane, I have my bags with me, and I'm walking, and as I'm walking, I see a coach that I've been trying to get with for the last 3 months, the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I said to Mike, it's your boy E.T., you didn't call me back. He said, E.T., when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe? I said, yeah. He said, we watch your videos. I said, I know you do, but you were supposed to call me. He said, man, I've been busy, but I promise you, when I get back, listen to me, because I'm in the right place at the right time with the right people, opportunities keep coming and coming and coming and coming. No opportunity wasted. And so I need you to win, guys. I need you to win, all right? So we talked about what's important now, all right? Listen to me. There are a lot of opportunities you might have. There's a lot that's going on in your life. Can I share this with you? There will never be a point in your life where it's the right time to do a great thing. Can I be honest with you? It's something that's going to always get in the way, guys. If you're waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect timing, it's not going to happen. You know what you have to do? You have to create the perfect time and the perfect opportunity and the perfect situation. All right, this is scaring me. BK has never put me on a timer before. I feel like I got a leash right here, but I'm watching. 26, 21. All right, I got it. All right, Muhammad Ali said if it was easy, everybody would do it. Say it with me. If it was easy, everybody do it. Again, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Listen to me very closely. It's not easy, but it can get done. If you think for 1 minute, I've been getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning my entire life, you got it twisted. I have not been getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning my entire life. But what happened was I recognized that what you do and what you get, there's a correlation. I'm going to say it again. I realized in my life that if I wake up at 3 o'clock, we're talking about Eric Thomas. I'm not suggesting that you wake up at 3 o'clock. Somebody woke up at 3 o'clock about 3 months ago and he texted me and said, Eric, I'm up at 3 o'clock. What should I be doing? I was like, I don't know. I had the slightest idea. So I'm not suggesting that you wake up at 3, but I'm telling you for my business and what I have to do, I need to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So listen to me, guys. So I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning now, and I remember there was a time I would get up at 10 or 11. There was a time I would get up at 6, and now I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I realized that and I love it. I text BK this morning, and BK texts me back like, 2:30 in the morning? Impressive. I was like, I know. And that's why I do it. So when I send out contracts at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, the person that's getting it on the other end, they're like, this kid is serious. He's up at 2:30 in the morning. He's up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So watch me, guys. Is it easy to get up at 3 o'clock? It is. Why? Because I've been doing it for so long. And I've been doing it for so long that even you know, this is, okay, so I don't know if you're in the room, but there were several of you when I got up at 3 o'clock this morning and I finally got up, came downstairs. There were people waiting for me like, E.T., I knew you got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was waiting for you. Let's take a pic, sign my book. I'm like, I love it. I went to the gym looking for you, but you weren't in the gym. And why wasn't I in the gym? Because the gym, they average. They start at 6. I started at 3, so I had a 3-hour jump on everybody else. Somebody call the desk for me and tell them when ET is here, open the gym at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, so do me a favor. If it was easy, and you're not everybody, and this is a great company with a great system, listen to me, the system is in place. All the tools, all the resources, all the information, all the knowledge that you need is all there. Listen to me closely. Listen to me very closely. There is probably in this industry not a better system, but the system means nothing if you don't have to sacrifice to go with the system. Can I tell you something, guys? The system works. And so if it's not working for you on the level that you want it to work, it's not a systems problem, it's a sacrifice problem. All right, I'm gonna stop, come and say that to myself and say it again because you didn't like that one, so I'm gonna start all over again. Eric, this is a great system. The system's not a problem. It's a sacrifice problem. All right, so I'm gonna say it again. It's not a systems problem. Verb is probably one of the greatest systems that you will ever be a part of. If you're not where you are, if you're not where you want to be, if you don't have what you want to have, if you're not where you think you should be at this particular place, it has nothing to do with the system, but it has everything to do with the fact that you're not making the sacrifice. Thank you. You're making that call 10 times. And if it was easy, you could make it once and they'd say yes. If it was easy, you could make the phone call 20 times. You could have a system that's so sweet that you would know exactly when they would say yes. So it's not necessarily going to work the way you think it should work. But if you call the 50th time or the 60th time, if you go knock on the door the 80th time, if you say no, and I'm going to eventually get to a yes, I guarantee you it'll work. There's nothing wrong with the system. There's something wrong with your sacrifice. And I need you to do me a huge favor, guys. I need you to know if it was easy, everybody would do it. And that's why you're capable of doing it, because it's not easy. And there's nothing average about you. There's nothing good about you. I'm about to get excited. There's probably nothing great about you, but you guys are meant to be phenomenal. All right? So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Personal development is not easy. This is Muhammad Ali, y'all. Muhammad Ali said personal development is not easy. He said, I hated every minute of training, but I said to myself, don't quit Listen to me, I'm talking to somebody in this room. Don't quit. And I'm not talking about getting started. There are those of you, honestly, you want to be, right, the black chair, and there's some black chair, you want to go to another. Listen to me, don't quit. And when I say don't quit, many people think I'm talking about don't quit before you blow up. I'm saying when you blow up, don't quit. I could have just stopped at the money, guys, for real. I could have stopped at the money. I could have stopped just at traveling. I don't get paid to do TGIM. TGIM came from a whole nother space. TGIM came from a space that, Eric, when you lead it, come on, okay, let me say it like this, because some of you probably watched it, you may not have watched it, and you don't know what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do, because I don't know when I'm going to die, what I'm trying to do is put 1,000 videos up that 10 years after I'm gone, 20 years after I'm gone, 30 years after I'm gone, each generation would have at least 1,000 videos they could go to motivate themselves, even when I'm not here anymore. I've gone way beyond money, guys, way beyond money, and now I'm trying to transform lives. I'm trying to challenge people to be the best they can be. So I don't care where you're sitting in this room. I said it before. If you're alive, I guarantee you've not seen your best work yet. If you are still alive, I challenge you to do more. All right, here we go, guys. Did you feel the clicker? Yep, they felt it. Good. If you don't build your dreams, someone else will hire you to help build theirs. We've heard this before. Listen to me. You have an opportunity in this room to take full responsibility of your own dream and make your own dream whatever you think your dream should be. My mom, we're on our way to the UK to do a tour. Listen to me, guys. This is great. My mom said to me the other day, she said, son, you could have never told me in a million years you'd be doing what you're doing right now. Are you hearing what I'm telling you guys? Okay, when I say I'm on my way to UK, I've got my wife, I've got my children, I've got my mother-in-law, I've got my mom. All the staff members have their wives, their children, their moms. Listen to me. If it was easy, everybody would do it. There are people right now who are working who don't want to work. There are people who hate their jobs, but they keep getting up to do it. Why? Because it's simple, it's easy, it's routine, it's guaranteed. Do me a huge favor, guys. Take full advantage of this opportunity and make your dreams become a reality. And I'm not talking about 10 out of 100. I'm talking about 100 out of 100. I want you to make that dream become a reality, because if you don't, you will be working for somebody else to make their dreams become a reality. I love it. I love it. All right. So be what? Come on, be what? Come on, be what? Listen to me, average people cost me too much money. I bought my wife years ago. My wife started dating me when I was 16 years old. We've been married a little bit over 22 years. In a couple months, we'll be celebrating 23 years of marriage. Now listen to me, guys. When I tell you this year will make 23 years, what I'm trying to tell you is, and you might have missed what I said earlier, somebody said, E.T., you got married at 19. Like, how did you do it? When you find something good, you don't guess. You don't ask people a lot of questions about it. When you find something good, you find something great, you take advantage of it, right? So watch this, guys. About 7 or 8 years ago, I went to P.F. Chang's. It was weird. I went to P.F. Chang's. And I saw a guy drive up in a 745 Li. And I can't explain it, but when he drove up, I didn't see him. I saw my wife and was like, ooh, she looked real good. She looked good in that. Right? And there was a problem. She had a license plate that said, it was a personalized license plate, and it says, why hate me? But it was on the back of her Honda Accord. I was like, this don't, like every time she would drive in the driveway, why hate me? I'm thinking, ooh, that's something's wrong. Like, I'm not hating you because you got a Honda Accord. I'm not hating you. Not at all. And so I said, all right, we're going to take that tag off and we're going to put it on the BMW. And so unfortunately, we moved here, and we moved to Michigan, and no disrespect to Michigan, but we've been taken into a certain dealership, and I promise you, something's always wrong. They never call my wife. My wife's calling me frustrated. They didn't call me back. They're supposed to fix the door, and then the light was messed up, and there was a leak, and they don't know if they can fix the leak, and they're just over and over and over and over and over, just average. Like, they would forget to call her. They would forget to fix the parts. They said and so finally, my wife said to me this morning, like, I'm frustrated. I don't know what you're gonna do with the vehicle, and then she showed me the 2013 that she wanted. I'm like, you just cost me money. Because if you'd have taken care of the BMW, like she would have been fine with the BMW. But now I got to buy her a new car because this car keeps messing up. Listen to me, guys. When you're average people mess up the economy. Somebody's laughing. Okay, you don't know where I'm from. I'm from Detroit. Detroit means what? Ford, GM, Chrysler. Say it with me. Ford, GM, Chrysler. I don't know if you know what that means, but there are a group of people that start going to work and saying, Ford's been here forever, GM's been here forever, Chrysler's been here forever, so we're going to check in and we're not going to really do any work. And they started coming to work on a regular basis, giving average effort, and Honda was in the back waiting with superior cars. Yeah, and Mitsubishi was in the background waiting with superior cars. And people started saying Ford meant found on road. Yep, one more time. Found on. Yep, that's a culture. And so they start messing up vehicles, and guess what people start doing? They stop buying what? Ford, GM, Chrysler, and then we lost thousands and thousands of jobs. Guys, you got to do me a huge favor. I'm getting out of here in about 10 minutes. Listen to me. Verb is phenomenal, guys. This company, Vemma, is phenomenal, guys. All right, let me stop. And you don't have to clap, but I don't think you're getting it. And what happens for a lot of you, you've been a part of this company for so long, you haven't been a part of other companies. Let me just tell you, Verb, Vemma, BK, phenomenal, guys. I'm going to say it again. Phenomenal, guys. Listen, my wife, she kept calling me all week, and she was saying, baby, what hotel are we in? I was like, I don't know. She was like, what do you mean you don't know? We're going to Vegas. What hotel are we in? I was like, I don't know. She was like, what do you mean you don't know? I was like, it's BK. It's going to be fine. Trust me. It's going to be fine. So, of course, we get the keys, right? So I tell her the name of the hotel. We get here to the keys, open up, we walk in. She's like, can you do me a favor when we get our next house? Can it look like this right here? I was like, absolutely, sweetheart. No problem. Call BK. Call BK. Tell BK what you want. So listen to me very closely, guys. Verb is phenomenal. And what happened is this. You got to hear me. I believe with all my heart that Henry Ford, when he introduced the first car, phenomenal. Okay, you're not hearing me. I believe when Henry Ford designed the first car, it was phenomenal. He had every human being in mind. It was phenomenal. But what happened was, generation after generation after generation, they forgot that they were phenomenal, and they started to act average. And what Henry Ford had in mind in the beginning, 100 years later, it did not mirror what he saw 100 or 200 years ago. You have to do me a huge favor. Vemma is phenomenal, and everything you do has to be phenomenal so you can keep this culture alive. Now listen to me. I don't know if you heard what BK said. He said we had one young person go to jail. If you do the math on that, that's still 99.999%. Phenomenal. So listen to me, guys. The phone calls you make, phenomenal. You don't have to beg people to become a part of something that's phenomenal. All you have to do is be phenomenal, and you will attract phenomenal. You don't have to call people 100 times. You just have to show people this is a phenomenal product, and if you want to be a part of phenomenal, you need to step up to the plate and do what you have to do to be phenomenal. You don't beg average people to be phenomenal. You don't beg good people to be phenomenal. You just are phenomenal, and you will attract phenomenal. And what I need you guys to do for me, listen to me. What I need you guys to do for me is this. Please, I have a relationship with BK. As a favor to me, protect this brand. Protect this brand. Protect this brand. Everything you do, everything you say, the way you conduct yourself, protect this brand. There was a young lady, and no disrespect, there was a young lady, and I'm mature now. In my company, we don't use the word fire. We use the word reposition. Reposition. I had to reposition her. Why? When people called my office, they thought they were getting ET. So when they got this young lady, they weren't hurt that it wasn't ET, but she wasn't like, what up, what up, what up? You just called ETA. I won't tell you what she did, but it wasn't, what up, what up, what up? And so people start emailing and tweeting and texting like, yo, E, we thought she wasn't protecting the brand. And what I need each one of you to do, and listen to me very closely, I'm not talking about just those individuals in the black seats. No, that's not where it starts. You know why? Because when you call ETA, you don't get ET first. You get that person first, and then it trickles all the way to the top. So listen to me, you don't protect the brand from here. Who's all the way in the back? Can I see the person? Can you wave for me all the way in the back? The back there. Hey, back, I need y'all to say with me, protect this house. Oh, I can't hear y'all. Protect this house. Protect this brand. Protect this brand. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. Oh, I can't hear you. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. Now everybody in the back, be phenomenal or be forgotten. All right, everybody in the black chairs, give them a hand, guys. Come on. Hey, remember, it starts back there and it works the same. All right, I saw my man in the back, so let's do it. All the way in the back. I got 9 minutes left. All the way in the back, let's start the wave. I want y'all to see what protecting the brand looks like, and then we're gonna bring it to the top. So on 3, last row, let's wave it out all the way to the top. Can I get some music? Can we get some? I don't know if I can get any music, all right? But way in the back, ready, 1, 2, 3, phenomenal. Come on, let me see it, come on. That's right, protect the brand from the back. Yeah. All right. One more time, and when we get here, we're going to say be phenomenal. In the back, we're going to say or be forgotten. So on 3, let's start it again. When we get here, be phenomenal in the back or be forgotten. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Or be forgotten. All right, give everybody a hand. Good job, guys. All right, take me to the back. Let's go to that next. Take me 1 slide back, guys. All right, we got 8 minutes. All right, I want to show you what it looks like. Listen to me. When you're phenomenal, you don't have to talk about it. Apple, you don't have to talk about it. I'll show you that right there. You know it's an apple. Give me the next slide, please. Next slide. And that's a what? Look, they're not giving those out, guys. They're not giving those out. That's phenomenal. They're not giving that out. Boom. All right, well, they're giving those out, but we're talking about the Apple. They are giving those out, right? They give out T-shirts. But all right, guys, real quick, I just want you to see what it looks like. I don't know if you caught what I said, but because my parents never wrote a book or nobody in my family ever wrote a book, that's why I never wrote a book. But when I got in an environment where they were writing books, I saw it. And if you can see it, you can achieve it. And I need everybody in the back, I need you to see yourself in that house. I need you to see yourself in that Bugatti, right? Or that, we could start with, because I don't know if you walked past it, I saw it. Anybody see the BMW outside? Did you see the BMW with the roof off and the Verve on the side, Vemma on the side? Did you see that? So I need you to do me a favor, guys. If you're gonna be a part of this company, I need you to be phenomenal. All right. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. We're going to recycle. We're going to recycle, guys, real quick. We're going to recycle. Recycle what, Eric? We're going to recycle knowledge. We're going to use it up and use it up and use it up. And for those of you who are just getting started, you've been in this company for a month or 2 months, right here, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. They already created the system. All you guys have to do for me is follow it. All right? I need you to do me a huge favor. Young people, somebody need to talk to that young man. Last night, BK and I didn't get a chance to talk about what happened. But young people, if you're going to be successful, this is what I realized. You have to think about how you think, okay? I know that sounds crazy, but honestly, you have to think about how you think and think about what you think. And my life changed the day I started thinking like a millionaire. Let me explain something to you. My relationship with BK, honestly, guys, I don't start a relationship with money, and let me tell you why. because you could take all my money out of the bank account, you can burn my house down. All right? As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you guys, I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago. I live in Michigan now. I own a home in Alabama. I got some disturbing news one day. They called me and said there was a tornado in the neighborhood, and it wiped out everything, including my house. But I was okay because I had good insurance, okay? I was okay. I had good insurance. But listen to me, it didn't bother me because they could rebuild another house. If my money is taken out of the bank, we've got fraud protection. It'll take some time. We may or may not get all of it back. But let me tell you something. When you get knowledge and information, guys, when you have knowledge and information, guys, they can't ever take that from you. So I need you to do me a huge favor. The reason why some of you are where you are today, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, I mean this, because I wasn't always standing here and doing what I'm doing now. Listen to me very closely. What changed for me is I changed the way I thought, and I changed what I thought about, all right? And so I need you guys to do that for me. Learn this brand backwards and forwards. Learn this brand backwards and forwards. Are you listening to what I'm telling you? Take every opportunity to learn about this brand. Here's the trick. You can't possibly protect the brand or be the brand if you don't know the brand, all right? And a lot of you guys are trying to make money first when what you need to do is get the knowledge first. Because once you know who Verve is and what Verve is all about and what Vemma does, and you start to emulate that, you'll start to attract all the money in the world and you'll attract the right people. So listen to me, guys. I need you to be careful what you think about and how you think about what you think about. And that's why I love my relationship with BK, because I can make a phone call and say, BK, listen to me. I'm thinking about launching this, or I'm thinking about launching that. Do me a huge favor. Take a look at it, critique it for me, and get it back to me, right? And I don't have to reinvent the wheel, recycle information. He's already done what I'm trying to do. So all I need to do is ask the right questions. He's going to give me the right answers. And guess what? One day, E.T. will be like a BK. All right? Next thing I need you to do. All right, you can clap. Yep, you can clap. All right, and somebody's saying, Eric Thomas, what do you mean by that? One of these days, 2014, I'm going to walk in the door, and this room will be my own conference. And guess what? I don't have to reinvent the conference. When I do my conferences, the ET, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe tour, I already had a prototype. I'll call BK, ask BK what to do, and my room will look just like this, guys. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Recycle knowledge. All right? I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to be a problem solver, all right? Don't contribute to problems. Listen to me, my wife and I, we have a trick. People say, why are people always inviting you to their home? Why are they always doing things for you? My wife and I have a trick. If you invite us to your home to eat, we always wash the dishes. Yeah. We always clean up. Yeah, that's right. Even to this day, we still clean up. We go to somebody's home, they cook, we clean up, and somebody's like, why are people always asking you to their home? You know why? It's a trick. People like to cook, but they don't like to clean. So we let them cook, and then we clean. And they keep inviting us every week. They're like, sweetheart, you feel like cooking? Yep, but I don't feel like cleaning. All right, call Eric and Dee Dee. All right. And we go over, listen to me. We don't want to pay for food, but we like to eat, right? And we don't mind cleaning up. Do me a huge favor. If you want to sit here, you have to be a problem solver. You can't contribute to problems, guys. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You have to create solutions. This isn't just about money. This is about vision. These are problem solvers. This is a different set of thinking. And so it's not about money. They didn't get here because they were thinking about money. They got here because they knew the principles and the values to success. And because they walked those out daily and lived those out, that's how they got to this place. And listen to me, you don't have to be born on the other side of town. You don't have to come from privilege. Listen to me. All you have to do is follow the leader. That's right. That's all you have to do is follow the leader. Somebody called me the other day and they said, E.T., I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Is that going to be difficult? I said, nope. I've been married over 22 years. I know how to follow rules. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I've been doing it for a long time. So do me a favor. Be a problem solver. Don't contribute to problems, all right? People love people who can solve problems. All right, we're coming down to the end. All right, I see it. We're in single digits now. All right, this is my last one. I need you guys to do me a huge favor, all right? And that's not necessarily just this group, but I'm speaking to those of you in the back. You have to do me a huge, huge favor, and I'm letting you go, guys. You got to do me a huge favor. This is it. E.T., what's one of the secrets to success? We talked about a lot of stuff, You got to change the way you think, all right? I'm on the plane, and I'm not watching movies all the time right now. I was on the plane on my way here, and I was writing for my 4th book, right? And this is going, some of you guys are going to laugh, but listen to me. I was literally, my 4th book, I'm literally using everything I learned on the airplane for my 4th book, right? And you say, what do you mean by that? You know how they tell you the oxygen mask, and they're going through that whole thing. If you ever paid attention, you've got seasoned flyers, and when they're doing that, they don't pay attention. You know, they're like, I've already flown before. I don't need to listen to that. I know how to do that. I'm like, do you really know how to do that? You're like, you really want to pay attention to that, right? And what I talk about in my book is there are things that you think you'll never need to know, that you may only need to know one time in your life, but that could save your life because you had that knowledge, right? And so for all my young people who say, why am I taking this class? Why am I studying this? Why am I doing this? This has absolutely nothing to do with my future. I'm telling them, sometimes in life, you may only need that thing once, but if you don't have it, it could change the course of your life forever. So I'm thinking different. I'm on the airplane, I'm listening, and I'm learning, and I'm taking notes, and I'm writing, and I'm creating my 4th book. Listen to me, I think differently. Solve problems, guys. Listen to me. Turn on that switch. You know, have your why. But to me, of all the secrets to success, guys, this is the most important one. This is the most important one. I need everybody's attention because this is it. I only have 5 minutes left, and I'm about to get excited. I feel it. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited, guys. Why? Because of all the secrets to success, this is the one I used in the beginning of my career to get to where I am now. Listen to me. You've heard me say it. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree, guys. And I remember vividly, do me a favor, stop running from pain. I need you to embrace pain. You say, E.T., what do you mean embrace pain? The Dark Knight. I love it. The Dark Knight. I love it. You know, Batman shows up. He's like, where's Bane? Where's Bane? Right? He's ready to fight. Where's Bane? I'm going to rid Gotham of all of its villains, right? He gets there with the whole, Batman outfit on. The boots are sweet. You gotta love the boots. The cape, that's like, he got the whole black thing going sweet, right? The leather, the helmet, I love it, right? And he shows up like, Batman. And Bane's like, right? So Batman's got this idea that, because he's been successful for so long and he always shows up and he pulls the thing out, he goes like this, that the villains are supposed to be scared, and Bane's kind of looking at the guy. And this is for my group here before I go there. Batman swings and Bane catches it, and I love it. Bane catches it and says to him that victory has defeated you. I'm gonna say it again because you missed it, because I'm going back there, but I want to go here first, right? I got to start here first. Batman throws out one of his greatest punches, like he cocks back and he's got, he's ready. He's thinking, I'm going to land, I'm going to knock him out. And when he goes, Bane catches it and said, wow, victory has defeated you. Like, you're weak now. You've been so successful that you've lost your bite. You've lost your bite. You've lost your hunger. You've lost your will. And let me say this to you before I go out there. People say, E.T., how is the passion? How do you do it? My wife asked me when we got here, she said, you were speaking to people and taking pictures and signing autographs. Like, you spoke earlier that day. You got on 2 flights. You flew over 5 hours. Where do you get it from? Where does it come from? And it comes from knowing that this is an opportunity of a lifetime that I can't sign. When I met you yesterday, I can't sign that autograph today. And although I'm tired, you can't know I'm tired. Why? Because you're looking for that ET that you see on TGIM, and I gotta muster that up. And so in my mind, I create internal pressures. I create external pressures. I create unrealistic expectations, so when I wake up every single day, I have something new to capture. He said to Batman that your victory has defeated you, that you're weak. All right, in the back, I'm wrapping it up. In the back, catch this. So Batman, he's getting beat down. Like, Bane is killing him. Batman falls to the ground, and he pulls out his little weapon, and he starts shooting the lights. Choof, 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 choof. And all the lights go off, and Bane goes, he's like, so you cutting the lights off, so like we're gonna fight in the dark, and you think that you're the only one that can fight in the dark. And watch this, Bane looks at Batman and says, you adopted the dark. I was born in the dark. I was molded in the dark. I was shaped in the dark. I was formed in the dark. Listen to me in the back. You will never, ever be successful until you turn your pain into greatness, until you allow your pain to push you from where you are to push you to where you need to be. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your prize, a part of your product. I challenge you to push yourself. Listen to me. I challenge you to never give up. Never give up. Listen to me. You're going to be here one day, but you'll never get here if you give up, if you give in, if you quit. And finally, guys, you got to want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. Again, you got to want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. It's Vemma, it's verb time. Rise to the occasion, protect the brand, and be the brand. That's my time. Thank you.